Diego Borella, the 35-year-old assistant director of Netflix's hit show Emily in Paris, has tragically died while filming in Paris. At first, uncertainty surrounded the circumstances of his sudden passing, but officials have now confirmed the actual cause of his death. The incident took place on August 22, 2025. During an ordinary day of filming, according to reports, Borella collapsed unexpectedly on set, prompting an immediate emergency response. An ambulance arrived at 6:42 p.m., and medical teams attempted to revive him on site. Despite repeated efforts, Borella could not be saved, and by 7:30 p.m., he was pronounced dead. Authorities later confirmed that the assistant director suffered a sudden medical emergency that proved fatal. His case was declared a natural death, and no foul play was involved. Netflix confirmed the tragedy in a public statement. "We are deeply saddened to confirm the sudden passing of a member of the Emily in Paris production family. Our hearts go out to the individual's family and loved ones during this incredibly difficult time." The company called him an integral part of the team, expressing grief at the loss of someone who had been central to the show's production. Filming for Emily in Paris was temporarily suspended after the incident. However, the crew resumed work. 2 days later, continuing the production while mourning the absence of their colleague. Sources noted that although filming restarted, the atmosphere on set was deeply subdued. With Borella's sudden passing weighing heavily on the cast and crew, friends and colleagues remembered him as talented, kind, and full of life. One of his closest friends, Berto, recalled their last meeting. "The last time we saw each other was at a dinner in Paris with his best friend and mine, whom I called on Thursday. He was devastated." Diego had a great sense of humor. He was brilliant and very talented. His was a young, interrupted life, so there are not many words. "It's just a great sadness," he said. Personal tributes also appeared on social media. Crew members shared affectionate posts remembering the light-hearted moments they experienced with him. One tribute described him as the best company on daily commutes, calling their time together a joyride to and from work with the best. These messages painted a picture of Borella as not just a colleague, but a companion who brought warmth and humor into everyday life. As an assistant director, Borella's role was crucial, though often unnoticed by the public. He was responsible for coordinating schedules, managing communication across departments, and ensuring that the demanding pace of filming stayed on track. Colleagues said he handled the pressures of the position with skill, professionalism, and good spirit, making him highly respected on set. His death leaves a void in both the logistical operation of the production and the hearts of those who knew him. The timeline released by medical teams highlights just how sudden the tragedy was. In less than an hour, Borella went from performing his duties on set to being declared deceased at a hospital. Emergency responders worked urgently to save his life, but the severity of the medical emergency left them with no options. For his colleagues, the speed with which everything happened has made the loss even more difficult to accept. Borella had been building a career in television and film and was considered a rising professional. At only 35, his future in the industry seemed promising, and those who worked with him expected that his combination of talent, humor, and hard work would take him far. His passing at such a young age has left his colleagues remembering not only what he accomplished, but what he could have gone on to achieve. The news of his cause of death was clarified as a sudden medical event, provided closure, but did little to soften the grief of those close to him. Friends and co-workers expressed their sorrow in remembering a man who left an indelible mark on both their personal and professional lives. The set of Emily in Paris may continue without him, but his absence is deeply felt every day. The show itself has become one of Netflix's most-watched programs since its debut. With global audiences following the adventures of Lily Collins's character in Paris, yet behind the glamour and polished final product lies the hard work of individuals like Borella, whose efforts are essential to bringing each episode to life. His death is a reminder of the many people behind the scenes whose dedication shapes the entertainment audiences see on screen. As tributes continue, colleagues and friends emphasize that Borella should be remembered not only for his role on Emily in Paris, but for the person he was. Brilliant, talented, funny, and deeply human, he left an impression on everyone around him. His story is one of a life cut short, but also of the joy and warmth he gave to those who knew him. The revelation of his cause of death has provided the world with answers. But for his loved ones and co-workers, the grief remains heavy. Diego Borella's presence on set will be missed, but his memory will endure through the stories told by those who had the privilege of working and living alongside him.